thanking you for the abundant blessings you have poured out upon our community, our country, and the great state of Texas. We thank you for the freedom to gather, for the safety of our neighborhoods, and for the neighbors we are privileged to serve. Lord, we ask for your divine presence in this chamber tonight. Grant us the wisdom to discern what is right, the courage to stand for truth, and the humility to serve with a servant's heart. As we discuss and vote on matters before us tonight, guide our thoughts and our speech. Help us to speak with respect, listen with understanding, and work together with unity. May our decisions protect our heritage, promote the common good, and ensure a prosperous, safe future for our families and our community. We place this meeting, this town, and our first responders in your protective hands. In your holy name we pray. Amen. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great state of Texas. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Mayor Chris Carter, Councilmember Mitchell Davis, Mayor Pro Tem tonight.
Here.
Councilmember David Blaine. Present. Councilmember Ricky Warwick. Present. Councilmember Larry Sanders. Present. City Engineer Greg Phipps. Here. City Attorney Scott Francis. Here. Chief of Police Chief Carlisle. Here. Captain Jeff Campbell. Present. City Secretary Marie Campbell. Here. And City Administrator Scott Castleberry is here.
Public comments, I believe we just have one this evening. Ms. Stewart.
I'll use my teacher voice. The next item coming up is nomination for the vacant seat. And once again, I would like to remind you that I continue to be interested in that vacancy on the council, continue to work for the events committee and the city of Roman Forest, and feel that I can multitask and both do events committee and a council position. So I wanted to remind you of that before you vote.
Thank you very much. No other public comments? Moving on to item 6, discuss and consider recommendation to appoint a new city council position number 3, vacated by Jerry Reisner. Through a turn of events and changing in conditions, my understanding is Mr. Reisner is willing and able to reassume his position. Is that correct, Mr. Reisner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That taken into consideration, we'd like to make the nomination that we reassign the position number 3 back to its originally elected individual, Jerry Reisner, to fulfill his term as city council until the November elections.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay.
I thought you was actually making the motion. Just now.
All in favor? It's unanimous. So we reinstate Jerry Reisner, city council position number 3. So Jerry, would you like to take your oath now, and then you can take your seat back on council?
Okay.
You want me to do it? You want to swear in the read on? I want to read.
You're the official reader.
All right.
Your turn. Or just going to repeat?
Raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Jerry Reisner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of city council position
of City Council Position 3
3 of the city of Roman Forest,
of the City of Roman Forest,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and the laws
the Constitution and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Texas.
and the state of Texas.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank
Oh,
you.
wait. I got a picture for this one.
Put your hand back up for a picture.
No, shake hands. There we go. All right.
Hey, Chief, got one more.
Well, I was just having to sign this one.
All right, raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Jerry Reesner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute
offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute
any money or anything about,
any money or anything about you,
or promise any public office or employment
or promise any public office or appointment
as a reward to secure my appointment
as a reward to secure my appointment
or confirmation thereof.
or confirmation thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Is this the original?
Believe, Marie, do you have the original for them to sign? Or does it-
We'll sign it after that. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Jerry.
Thank you, Mr. Reese.
Welcome back.
Well, a lot of things into Mexico are so that I don't have to go back.
That's true.
Now, just sit there.
Item 8 is discuss and accept the resignation of Carmen Morales, city prosecutor for the city of Roman Forest.
Mayor, I make a motion to accept the resignation of Carmen Morales, city prosecutor for the city of Rolling Forest.
Do we have a second? Councilman Sanders seconds. Those in favor? 4 unanimous. The resignation is accepted. And we wish former prosecutor Morales the best of luck with her new endeavors.
She got a very good job.
That's what I understand. Item 9, discuss and approve the hiring of Mary Garcia as the city prosecutor for the city of Roman Forest, Texas.
I will make a motion to hire Terry Garcia as the new city prosecutor for the city of Roman Forest.
Councilman Sanders makes the motion of hiring Mary Garcia as the city prosecutor for the city of Roman Forest. Do we have a second?
I second that.
Councilman Mullane seconds. Those in favor? Again, unanimous.
Chief.
And is Mary Garcia here?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to do the swearing in now, Chief, please?
Get better at it, Carl.
Do that now.
Raise your hand. I state your name.
I, Mary Garcia,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of prosecutor of the city of Roman Forest,
the duties of prosecutor in the city of Roman Forest,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and the laws
the Constitution and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Texas.
and the state of Texas.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're supposed to get a picture of her hand.
I'm just doing what's made to introduce the other. No, she's gonna sign it. If you sign it and Marie signs it.
Okay.
Her swearing in is what she needed.
Okay. You don't need anything from me? Okay.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Mary.
Thank you.
She's got to sign.
Brings us to item 10, consent agenda. Consider and approve the items listed on the consent agenda. If each of you would please review the attached documents and let me know when you're ready to move forward.
Where's the other? She's going to sign.
generation to generation.
Ready when you are, Mayor Pro Tem.
If everyone's had a chance to review the meeting minutes.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the council dates and meetings. As written.
Everyone's had a chance to review. So that's the regular city council meeting minutes from May 18th, the special city council meeting minutes from May 27th, and the special city council zoning meeting from June 9th. Do we have it's David. Councilman Mullane makes the motion and Councilman Sanders seconds. All in favor?
I'm going to have to abstain since I was on there.
Completely understandable. Good. Administrator, would you like to present the reports?
As of end of May, the balance for the Wells Fargo and the tech school,
Sorry, can you speak up a little bit?
yes, sir.
Where the microphone is on.
I don't think the batteries are working.
I'll speak up. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The balance as the end of May for the Wells Fargo and tax pool for general fund was $1,073,050.78. Reserve fund, $403, $164.54. Asset forfeiture, $23,850. FEMA, $286,350. COVID, $346,760. 2016 certificate capital projects, $40,036. And debt service, $227,246.34. Making a total of $2,400,000, $2,400,442.
Any questions?
Not this time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So the Apollo project on the Boulevard, as all of you can tell, is still ongoing. There'll still be delays throughout the week as you travel up and down the Boulevard as they get the trucks on and off their properties as they work to complete. The estimated completion date was supposed to be first week of July. However, with the rains the last 2 weeks, that might be pushed back a little bit. But they are still pressing forward to get it done as quick as possible. Should you have an issue in your yard, broken sprinkler head or something, just send me an email. Just send me an email with your name and your address, and I'll get a phone number and get someone to get in touch with you, or we'll get someone over there to help you get that taken care of. Also, if you have been up at the pool, you've seen that our numbers have grown tremendously at the pool over the summer until the rain hit. So we have decided to go ahead and open the pool up on Mondays now, so it'll just be closed on Tuesdays. We believe that with the number of patrons that are showing up and the number of passes that we've sold this year that is above, well, the last 2 years, we made a decision we're going to open it and see how that goes for a month or so, and just make sure that we're still operating in a good way, that we're still making money. But for a while, we're going to test that on Mondays, same hours as Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is noon to 7. $5 to get in. We are still selling season passes for a family of 4, $200, and you can add 2 more family members for $20 a piece. But Saturdays is still 11 to 7, Sundays is 1 to 7. Splash Pad's still open every day. We aren't shutting it down at all. And if the pool is open, people at the Splash Pad, we welcome you to come over and buy refreshments from the pool, and the restrooms are available for patrons at the park when the pool is open. So take advantage of that and come up and enjoy some pool time. Court clerk for the city, those hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 2. We are working with a temporary position as of right now until we finalize some things, but those days are finalized as Tuesday and Thursday, 9 to 2 for the time being. So if you got questions about court on Mondays and Wednesdays, you're welcome to come up and see Marie, and I will help you as best we can. 4th of July parade's coming up. We look forward to celebrating the 250 years parade. The city will close on Thursday the 2nd as our holiday closing day. You get 10 holidays a year, and we could have gone on the Monday or we could have gone on the Friday before, but we're closed on Friday, so on our one that we put out that Thursday the 2nd would be the day that the city observes the 4th of July. To come out, I'm sure that Ms. Stewart in a minute is going to tell you a little bit more about that fabulous parade, but get ready to come out and have a good time. A few weeks ago, well, a few weeks, a few more than that, I'm a member of the East Montgomery County Rotary Club, and I've been working with the president, Darby, trying to get one of the little book libraries to our park. And we had a young man come in here about 3 weeks ago who wanted to do an Eagle Scout project. And I thought that would be a great project for him, so I put him in contact with the Rotary Club, and they're working out the details of getting it put in. But he's going to do it as an Eagle Scout project. We're going to pick out a place at the park. If you're not familiar with how those little libraries work, the Rotary Club will provide books to it. You can come take a book, but we just ask you to bring it back, or you can bring a book and exchange a book as you go. But the Rotary Club has about 3 of them around town, and then another one in Splendora also. And they're a great little thing to have for the kids in the area. They'll be a great asset to our park. But that's coming up, hopefully the next month it'll be put into our park. So, any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay. So I wanted to let you all know that the water aerobics got off to a great start. In fact, several of the lifeguards, when they're not on duty, have joined us for exercise. I'll be asking about whether we can add Monday to our schedule. So we are there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10:30 to 11:30. We had a limit of 25 people, but we've yet to have 25 people show up on any day. And so I am confident in saying if there's anyone still interested in joining us for water aerobics for the rest of the season, it ends on July 31st, which is the current closing last day of the pool. And registration for the remaining time would be $20. So just see me there. a little after 10 on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday morning, if you want to register and still join us. This Wednesday, the events committee will be having their planning workshop here at City Hall at 5:30. We'll be going over the events coming up, especially the 4th of July parade. Jerry Wiesner's working with the group that's going to be down at the school, putting out, he'll need help that Friday before on the 3rd to help him, get with him or me to help put out the signs. So we have directional signs along the boulevard and also at the school for letting people know where to go and where to park. Lineup at the school is at 9 o'clock. It departs there at 10. No registration is required. Just decorate your car, golf cart, bicycle yourselves and join in the parade. If the habit is you throw candy or trinkets, make sure the candy is wrapped. If you are on a walker or on a bicycle, we're asking that instead of all the way down to school, because that's a long way in the heat, the church, Grace Village Church across the street, will have a gathering area. And so walkers and bicyclists will join the parade there just ahead of the golf carts, and the golf carts will be ahead of the horses. And then afterwards at the park, we'll have food by the City Police Association. We'll have barbecue plates for $10. There'll be the bounce house, games. Our face painter is back, so that's nice, and we have lots of different vendors coming. We'll also have a table where we'll have police department and our city anniversary t-shirts for clearance sale. And we are also retiring old flags, and we'll have new flags for sale as well. So I will have those here Wednesday if you want to get a flag before 4th of July, or there'll be the booth there at the pavilion after the parade. The military honor banners. I am in the process of creating a web page with the manufacturer of the banners so that you'll be able to upload directly your photograph and information. That way they can verify the number of DPI, whatever, on your JPEG for the photograph and the information to make sure, and you'll get a proof from them verifying what you want on your honor banner. The payments, however, they will not take money. The payments will come through the events committee, and Maria and I will work on that. It's for veterans that have passed, active duty and military, current and past active duty members, and there is a new program that they're doing for newly enlisted classification to encourage and honor those in this time that have enlisted, and certain classifications from the DD 214 will enable certain discounts on the cost of the banner. The banners cost $150 each. And we're also looking, if you just want to help donate and sponsor other people we'd like to honor whose family or friends where they don't have any left, there'll be a space on the website that you can make a donation for sponsoring and honor a past military person. Then Saturday, July 11th, we'll have coffee and donuts, and for cheap, we're having coffee with a cop. The doors will open at 8 o'clock that morning. 8:30, the Bloodmobile should be here and set up. And also sometime that day, the Garden Club is working on some kind of plant exchange or sale, and we might do it just out front here. I'll know the location shortly. We are sending prayers for the plant committee chair, Roy. He's gone through his 3rd set of chemo treatments, and so we're just praying for health and strength for him. There'll be another planning meeting of the events committee on July 16th, because on Saturday, July 18th, we're having something new and different. It's going to be a day full of games with cards and dice, and for young adults and of all ages, from 10 to 12 and from 10 to 12 and 2 to 4:30, they'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons. And then from 9 to 5, there'll be a group that's going to do Magic the Gathering here at City Hall. It's new and different, and I have Blue Jays called already helping me see that that's a successful event. So watch for flyers and information on the various Facebook sites. August, we're going to try and have a drive for school supplies for the teachers and students at Dogwood Elementary. And in August, on August 15th, we're going to do Bunko again here at Bowman Forest City Hall from starting at 6 o'clock. If you can roll dice, if you've played anything close to Yahtzee or anything, if you can roll dice and just have a good time, then that'll be an interesting evening for everyone. So that's what we have coming up for events in the city.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is the VFW still coming in at 9:45?
They will probably be there at 9 and be there for you. And I requested that if there are anyone's available on Friday to help you put out signs to let either you or I know.
In the past, at 9:45, we do a presentation.
Right, they did the invocation and the flag raising.
Yes.
That's on the plan. So, yeah. Any other questions? All right.
Chief?
No, I kind of talk loud. I have to turn off the hearing aids and I'll talk loud. All right, during the Memorial Day DWI Task Force Initiative, the City of Roman Forest always participates in, the Roman Forest Police Department conducted 18 traffic stops resulting in 9 warnings, 7 citations, and 3 vehicles towed and 2 arrests for driving while intoxicated. Across the participating agencies, the task force completed 816 traffic stops and made 47 arrests. The task force will be conducting additional operations for the 4th of July weekend, and we are definitely going to participate with them as well. Please plan ahead, designate a sober driver, or use a rideshare taxi. If you're tipsy, you're too impaired to drive. On May 23rd, the Roman Forest Police Department responded alongside Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and Precinct 4 Constable's Office, along with many other law enforcement agencies, to reports of an active shooter in Kings Colony. The suspect, armed with a long gun, was actively firing rounds at multiple people in the neighborhood. When the large law enforcement presence arrived, the suspect retreated into his home, barricading himself inside. Upon arrival, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office SWAT team of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office SWAT team, the suspect surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. The incident demonstrated strong coordination and rapid, effective response by all agencies involved. On Memorial Day, the city honored and remembered the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. A special thank you to Linda Stewart, the VFW, and the events committee for putting together such meaningful and beautiful Memorial Day service. The wonderful turnout from our community truly shows the respect and appreciation we all share for those who served and sacrificed for our freedom. The building expansion project has been approved by City Council, and we are moving forward with the new addition to City Hall and the Police Department. Construction is underway, and we anticipate a completion by November of this year. We have been soliciting quotes for additional work to be done related to the project. I'll give a little bit more of an update on the agenda item. Fuel costs. So this is, everybody knows the fuel's gone up. The fuel costs have risen significantly since we developed our current budget, resulting in our fuel line item exceeding its allocation. To mitigate the impact, we have postponed some purchases in other areas to offset the overage. We're looking into other solutions. So my plan is next meeting to bring before y'all a budget amendment to be able to refund some of my fuel money. I'm completely out. I have zero budget left in fuel. we got 3 months left to go. So to stay with the overall police budget, I'm delaying a few purchases until I can do a budget amendment. I do have some additional income that wasn't considered during the initial budget for Tully. And I plan on asking you guys to allocate some expenditures out of that account, primarily for fuel. So that'll be next, next city council. We will be fully staffed at the 1st of June. We are now fully staffed. We're already into June. We've hired Brian Norris, which I had introduced to y'all before. He retired from a suburban Chicago area police department and has spent the last 2 years working in the Conroe area of Montgomery County. He brings approximately 14 years of vice and investigative experience, which will be a significant asset to our agency. Right now, he's in field training, and we have a minimum of full field training, no matter how much experience you got, of 6 weeks. So he's in the middle of that. He'll be done soon. We have been very happy with his performance. Please join us on Saturday, July 11th, for our second quarter blood drive hosted by the Roman Forest Police Department, along with coffee and donuts with the cop. The event will be held from 8:30 to 1 p.m. at 2430 Roman Forest Boulevard. We invite residents to stop by, donate blood if they're able to, and visit with our officers. So I plan on getting a good handful of officers up here for everybody. Maybe this new guy, Brian Norris, he's an awesome guy and needs to meet the community too. So I'll try to get as many officers up here to drink coffee with everybody and talk as I possibly can. So, one thing that's not written down here, but if you thumb through, you'll see the flock report that I gave you with the little stats, interesting stats that come from the flock cameras. You're going to notice Tavola is a little low than what it used to be is, because a post office truck ran over the pole, knocked down the flock camera. So we went until a good majority of May until they finally got it put back up. So
They did a good job. They didn't just bend it.
yeah, they just completely took it down. So, but that's it. Unless you have any questions. All right.
Any questions, Chief?
No. Okay.
Next, item number 11, discuss and consider the status of the following projects to take any action in conjunction with the engineer Greg Phipps. I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize. So we need a motion to accept the consent reports for the maintenance, court report, permit report, financial report, city administrative report, events committee report, and police report.
I'll make a motion to approve the reports.
Motion is made by Councilman Warwick to approve. Do we have a second? Councilman Sanders seconds. And those in favor? Unanimous? Thank you, Mr. Phipps.
All right, good evening. On item 11, I do not have anything specific on drainage, road, or development, drainage and road improvements, but on the development improvements, Roman Forest Section 4, Phase 2A, this was, the discussion has been Phase 2, and the developer has requested to break this up into 2 phases, A and B. It'll follow within just a few months of each other, but Phase 2A was advertised for notice to bidders in the Houston Business Journal on June 5th and 12th. And the bids were open today at 2 o'clock via Civcast. and we had 8 contractors submit bids for this project. The apparent low bidder is Icon GC LLC with a base bid of $1,639,000 with a 90-day construction time. The second low was Texas Materials Group with a base bid of $1,647,257.80 with 120 days of construction time. The first 4 bidders were all of this $1.6 million were all within about $50,000 of one another. The first 3 were within $15,000. So good bids on it. So with that, we have worked with Icon as recently as 6-7 weeks ago on a asphalt project similar to this. They did a great job for us. The county came out and inspected the roads. We're happy with everything on it. They have been, Icon is a company that has been in the construction business, a relatively new company, but the family has been in construction business for a couple of generations as Triple B services. So we've had a lot of experience over the 40 years I've been doing this with this contractor. So with that, we are recommending that the council consider awarding the project to Icon GC LLC for $1,639,000. And a reminder, this is a project that is under contract with the city with provisions in that contract that is 100% developer paid. And that's all I have on that. If you would consider or have questions.
What is the distinction between phase 2A and what will be the remainder of that? Is it going to be a single phase 2B, or is it going to be broken up further than that? Or
no, it'll be a single phase. It'll be a 2A, 2B. There's a loop road in there. I cannot remember the name of the road. That will be put in as phase 2B. It's about 1/3 of the project. The rest of it, everything north, that north road, Da Vinci, and then everything to the east is included in phase 2A.
And what is the rationale for breaking them into phases?
Time-wise, to get these lots done to where they can start construction on these lots, and then get it substantially complete, and then start the second project.
And how will that affect road assessments then?
So the plan on road assessment, we will use, when this goes to, when we figure what the planned assessment is, or estimated assessment, we'll take this bid and break it down on per frontage cost. And we'll use that in the initial assessment. Once this is built, the second one is built, we'll combine the 2 projects, the 2A, 2B into one, and that will become the basis of the overall assessment of the projects.
Sorry, to make sure I understand, so the phase 2A, you're going to allocate between all the lots as a partial assessment, or you're going to assess just on the lots that front phase 2A?
So in the estimate that we'll provide for public hearing, and we'll take this dollar amount, look at what the cost is just for the frontage of what these roads cover, and then we'll extrapolate it out to the overall with 2A and 2B combined.
So it's going to be a basis of an estimate for the assessment, and then the final cost will be determined later.
It'll be, so the final cost will be determined once the project is completed. Then the final assessment is determined what that is, all of actual costs. We're just using, when we did it in section 4, phase 1, we didn't have real prices like we did here. We used our estimate for the basis, and then months later, after construction was done, that final assessment was based on the final construction cost. In this case, We just have a little better pricing of to make our determination.
So what you're asking for tonight is council to accept the proposal from Icon GC LLC in the amount of $1,639,000 for the Phase 2A paving
Yes, and 90 days construction period.
and 90 days construction. When would that 90 days start?
We'll go through the contracts, and once everything is signed, bonds, insurance, check, the city signs, we'll give a notice to proceed. At the time of that notice to proceed, we'll give them 10 days to start. The day they start is the 90 days starts.
And when are we expecting to be bid and let?
So at this point, this is bid, we're done with it. We'll probably give the contractor typically about 2 weeks to get all their bonding, insurance together. We will then check it, we'll have Scott check it to make sure that their bonding is per Texas law.
Mhm.
Once that's good, then we'll bring it to the city for signatures, and then from there, and the developer will also have a signature line on there as the responsible party for payment.
And you're gonna have this contractor finished before, I guess my concern is, once you do, this contractor's gonna have 90 days to complete their work once you release them.
Yes.
They're gonna do their work, you're gonna release 2B, and is the 2B contractor going to be driving on the roads that 2A just installed?
No, completely separate. There's no road connection.
No access required? Okay. Understand. Council, do we have a motion to accept the Icon GC LLC proposal for $1,639,000 and a 90-day construction duration time?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Are we gonna see any drawings on this, what all we're gonna be doing?
I'm sorry.
Are we gonna be seeing any drawings on any of this?
The drawing, yeah, I'll provide you drawings. The drawings were done, and we have a complete set of drawings.
Well, I'd like to see them,
Before we make any,
yes.
okay. So do you want to table this then?
I would like to table this next month, so we'll review drawings, or 2 weeks, or whatever, however you feel.
Mayor Pro Tem, normally what we do is the developer and the engineer, they put out reviews, they decide who they'd like to use. And we go with their recommendation, we've always had in the past, because ultimately that's on right.
Yes, sir.
And
And the engineer, I agree.
Yeah,
That is,
so.
council generally would not approve plans for the construction, but if you want to be involved in that,
I would.
so,
Mayor, I'd like to make that motion. I don't think there's any need to delay the owner of the property, the construction type of that, because usually we go with the engineer, we go with the developer, the engineer, whoever our engineer recommends, that's probably the standard procedure.
do we have a second on accepting the proposal?
If I may ask,
Yes, sir.
I've heard a couple of different opinions here. We're going to accept the proposal to go ahead and start this process, and we're not going to table it until,
So, two separate choices. So Councilman Sanders has requested that we table it. Councilman Mullane has requested we move forward. So,
He didn't make the motion, I'm sorry. But yeah, we can go either way, I don't care, but, I don't think.
So I would-
Typically,
typically, I would agree with Councilman Mullane that the council does not review every construction document and things like that, that we can put you in that loop with the engineer if you want to review it, but that's what we hired the engineer for.
Well, he made the motion, so I'll just make a secondary motion that we can go through with it.
No, go ahead and go through it. I'll pull mine back.
Okay. So then Councilman Mullane, you make the motion to accept the proposal.
Yes, sir. It's not our responsibility to decide who they pick, but it will be our responsibility if it's not done right, to make sure it's up to par before we accept the roads in our city.
Understand?
and I'll second Councilwoman Williams.
Councilman Warwick already second, so will those in favor? All right. Then we accept the proposal from Icon GC LLC with a bid amount of $1,639,000 and a 90-day construction time for the Phase 2A paving.
Thank you. And also, well, Chief Officer Motion Police Station, he's got more information.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. I apologize. Larry? So, I asked for those in favor. I didn't ask those opposed. Would you like to vote against it?
Yes.
Okay. Then Councilman Sanders votes against. Just to clarify, the mayor position is a part-time position for me, and I'm not. So, that being said, item 13 then, Greg, did you have anything for the FEMA-related parking lot repairs, city road repairs? 12. I'm sorry, that's good. All right, 12. Consider the items related to the police station building and the taking of any action required in connection therewith, including but not limited to. And as Chief Carlisle is working with satellite shelters on the floor plans and gathering pricing for the ancillary items necessary to provide utility service to the building.
And so where we're at on that is, the satellite sent over a contract, the mayor, reviewed it, and the mayor signed it, so everything's good to go there with satellite. And the next thing was, we had to agree on the floor plan. We have agreed there, all their personnel says that this floor plan that I preferred, that I sent over to them, they said it works. They can do it exactly like this. There's a couple meetings that we're gonna have to talk about things, because what I gave them had the actual measurements and everything on it. I tried to print that up for you, but it just took over the page and it overlapped each other, so. They said they can do it, they're putting it into their program. Everything's gonna be fine there, but there's gonna be a couple little meetings that we're gonna have to determine a couple things that just needs to be talked about. For example, the lobby when you come in, I want them to cut out a space for a window for them to talk, and so we gotta talk that through. And I have been looking at prices of bullet-resistant windows for that. So when they deliver it, they're going to deliver it with it open, and we're going to have that installed. I have been pricing that, and they're actually not as bad as I thought they were going to be. Also, I have been talking to many different companies to give us pricing for the building tie-in, the renovation work that we got to do inside the building, breezeway, facade, the handicap ramp. Would you believe that the handicap ramp and the deck quoted on a aluminum product was like 3 times as much as concrete. Yes, so, and concrete looks so much better. So I've got 2 quotes for the concrete so far. I'm waiting on a 3rd, but I'm actually waiting on a 4th because I got a 4th person bid on it too. I've got 5 different categories that I'm having people give me quotes, which means I'm looking for 15 quotes. I've got about half of those so far, which is why some numbers that I gave, I just gave you some preliminary numbers, and they're in red because it's not done yet. That's not the final number. So right now, I'm with the bids and everything that I got, I'm a little off by 16 grand, but I believe I can fix that by cutting something or whatever, you know. We'll put a bucket over there with an umbrella instead of a breezeway if I got to. Just have a little space between the building that's not covered right now. So I'll figure out a way to keep it in budget, but I'm gonna stay in budget. So my update is I'm gathering prices for all the necessary things. The most important thing is the electrical, which I have not gotten. One of the electricians is, I'm not sure the others probably wanted to, is they want something from the engineer, which I talked to the engineer about today, and he'll have that to me shortly, so that I can finalize the electrical bids or quotes. So everything's coming together. As soon as they get the floor plan and everything in their system, and we have a couple little meetings, we're going to begin construction. And when they do the construction, they've agreed to let me and the engineer come and do walkthroughs and things. And I think it's going as planned. They're still looking at the end of August. I believe I can have, if they get here by the end of August, I believe I can have everything done and paid for by the end of the budget year, which is great because it gives us a big buffer in the time that it's supposed to be done.
Chief, I got one question. It's just out of curiosity. How come the aluminum ramps are more expensive than concrete? If anybody has any construction experience, they can explain to me.
I think the cost of the ramps, for one, and then the installation of it. If I was to install it, I could probably do it for cheaper, but I'm not the installer. They got their labor rates or whatever, so. The concrete,
Mr. Custom
I don't
Made.
know why, but the concrete just came by. And I only got one quote for the aluminum, and that was from Satellite themselves. So their subcontractor gave them the quote, and they passed it on to us.
Well,
I didn't explore a second or a third quote on that because I think, in my opinion, I don't think they're attractive. And when I explored, I was expecting to abandon the concrete idea right off. But then when I got 2 bids so far, 2 of the 4 that I'm getting on the, or 2 of the 3 that I'm getting on the concrete, and it's a third the price.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's gonna look so much better. So that's the news I got this morning when I got into work. So I've been in a good mood all day.
So you're going with the concrete, if not the aluminum?
Of course, absolutely.
I thought you was going with the aluminum.
Oh, no. I would have
That's why I was curious.
No.
Okay.
Concrete looks so much better. I've been driving around looking at the schools and stuff, and they got the concrete.
I've got 2 questions. Why are we going all the way down the side of the building when we just come up right there? Handicap ramp.
So that's the labeling, it's not labeled. If you look at the far right, Councilman Ward's asking about that. On the far right of the building, the front square, in front of the double door, is the deck, the height of the threshold. The little tiny square next to that, on the left, that's the stairs. It's just gonna be 2 steps coming up from our sidewalk onto that. And then above that is a 23-foot long, 112 pitch ramp. And then there's a landing that's 7 inches high, size of the sidewalk, the height of the sidewalk. Which the landing has to be 5 foot by 3 foot. This is 3.5 by 7, so it's more than enough. And then to get onto that 7 inches, you have to have the 112 pitch ramp going down. To the immediate left of that, to the immediate right of that is going to be a van accessible striping and a handicap spot to park. So the reason it's that shape is that's the best, it makes the most sense to bring that much length to accommodate the ADA requirement.
And you said you're putting a bulletproof glass inside where the desk sergeant is?
That's what I want to do, yes. That's some of the talking point. I'm gonna have them do the whole work.
What's this wall made out of?
I also want, that's also part of the talking point. That wall is
Put a
8 inches
2x4
thick.
wall with sheetrock? that bulletproof or glass ain't gonna mean nothing when they come through, 'cause they're just gonna shoot through the wall.
Yeah, that's one of the talking points. I want to see what kind of material we can put inside that wall to help it. So,
Any old bulletproof vest?
yeah. I did talk, I talked to some of the guys over there, Jim, I think, told me that they recycled some of their old bullet resistant vests and put inside the wall. So I was looking at thickening it up with all wood and maybe some of that. I guess that'll take a little research, but yes, Jim did give me that idea already too.
Given this is the first time the council members have seen the plan, I would encourage each of the council members to get with Chief independently if you have suggestions or comments.
Yeah, if y'all have any suggestions, make them now because we're finalizing this.
When are they intending to start construction?
As soon as we get this into their system, which it should already be, because I haven't talked to them in a week. So it should already be in their system, and I'm gonna have at least one or maybe two meetings with them to discuss, you know, I got 8 inches of wall that I wanna put some kind of material in to stop a bullet and have them leave it open.
And if we had engineer look at this for ADA comments or anything else, and if we've got a ramp on one side but no ramp on the other, and I thought ADA was you couldn't make somebody go all the way around the building.
As long as your parking space is closest.
This is all fenced off.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
This is all
As long
fenced
as
off.
your
This-
park ADA.
No, but the whole way from the existing building to the trailer shows that it connects at a level, and it can't. So on one side it's a ramp, but on the other side there's gonna have to be stairs where the end of what the building is now into the trailers.
Yeah, that's
Right
stairs.
on the police side.
That little, yeah, on the police side, yes, there's.
I just wanna make sure
a
we're good
ramp.
with ADA, that you're only gonna have one ramp on the far side, but not a ramp for the officers on the other side.
We've been talking about public entrances where the ADA is not required.
I am not an ADA expert, I just want to make sure we're compliant, we don't get to the point of looking for occupancy and somebody says, no, you're not.
And to the best of my knowledge and all discussions that I've had with those satellite, the engineer, everything, is always talking about the public entrance, where the public's gonna go,
Okay.
so.
So anyway, if you have comments, please get with Chief on those so that we can get those finalized quickly.
All right, any
Any
questions?
other comments on item 12?
I don't know enough about construction next.
Now item 13, consider items related to FEMA park and parking lot repairs, city road repairs.
So we are working on those plans. These will be put in notice to bidders into the Houston Business Journal on July 3rd and July 10th. And we will open the bids on July 23rd. So it gives us about 3 days prior to council to assess the bids. And we will also put that notice to bidders in the East Montgomery County Observer. But we use the Houston Business Journal as our primary advertising tool. And that's all I have on that subject. Unless there's questions.
Another thing.
Thank you.
Item 14, discuss and consider approval of residents' proposal of a variance at 1806 Athens Drive.
Yes, sir. Mr. Richard Carmody lives at that address. It was discovered during the building of a patio that the rebar that had gone into it was one way, but it didn't have the perpendicular coming across the other. They had already poured almost the whole thing when it was discovered. Rather than stop the job, they let them go ahead and finish the last 2x2 square that was left. What he's asking for is a variance. Since Bureau Veritas can't approve that, he's just asking for a variance for the council to accept it. Wrong verbiage. That the council will approve it, but we're not approving it through Bureau Veritas. Basically, it would go in as a variance, but if he sells the house, ever had problems, nobody could come back on the city saying that we approved it through a permitted process. that's how we got there.
And my understanding is since then, he has since applied for a permit, paid the permit fees, but it was not inspected prior to installation.
That is correct. He also was doing a sidewalk at that time, and that was permitted properly. The rebar was done properly on that one. He had just moved into his house about a month prior, just didn't know our ordinances. Was very cooperative once Josh went over and talked with him. That's how we got here today. But yes, both jobs were permitted after the fact.
And so if we don't grant him a variance from the city, you don't allow for it, it sells the house.
Say it again, sir?
If we don't give him a variance, does the city be held liable because we didn't give him a variance?
No, sir. You would just, if I'm not mistaken, through our ordinances, you would have to make the decision if you wanted to tear it out or not. That's what you're basically giving him a variance to allow him to keep the patio.
A lot of concrete.
It is a lot of concrete. It does have rebar in it. It just doesn't have the cross perpendicular ones. It was an honest mistake. He owned it once Josh was there, and that's how we got here tonight, just asking for that. It won't be ever approved through Veritas, and it won't ever go anything other than the variance would be put into the folder so that if someday Mr. Carmody sold a house and somebody had a question about the patio, it would show that it was not approved by the city.
I like the
I'll make a motion to approve the variance.
How would we word that variance? I guess my only question is that I see in here it says that installed during the pour was not in compliance with our code,
I do a better job.
but I don't see anything that says that,
Without the variance, we've done it before, we've made them bust up the concrete and replace it.
I don't have a desire to make him tear up the concrete. What I do have a desire is to get the variance worded in such a way that we're saying that he takes full responsibility for the construction and any resulting performance of the slab that was not poured in compliance. So I guess we can.
Well, I mean, the variance is essentially you're saying it would be an unnecessary hardship for him to tear up what's already been done.
Correct.
It's essentially acknowledging that and granting him a variance to avoid the unnecessary hardship that would be required to comply with the current.
Absolutely agree. I guess my question is, does the variance not also put it in the documentation for a future buyer that it wasn't installed per code so that the buyer knows what they're getting? Otherwise, the buyer has no way of knowing it wasn't installed per city code, and they would assume it was, unless somebody tells them it wasn't.
If they want to, variance can be specific, saying that this was done not towards code, not up to code, but granting variance to the.
And that is what this says, is that it was installed with reinforcing in one direction, but not in the other.
Yeah, I
Right
think
where it
that's
should have
that,
been.
but so long as they can tell what it is, then that's fine. That-
I'll rewrite the document.
So just as long as it
And I'll have
clarifies
Mr.
that for a
Carmody
future
sign
buyer.
it before we put it into the
Right.
folder.
And, it says he's got 12 years' experience in concrete. It may be perfectly fine the way it is, but I do think that somebody should know it's not for our code when they buy it in the future. Yes, sir. So, would anyone like to make the motion or any other discussion?
It wasn't for AIC code,
It was not for our city code.
Mayor,
or ACI code.
Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, I'll make the motion that we grant the variance for 1806 Aspen Drive.
I'll second it.
Councilman Mullane makes the motion to accept the variance. Councilman Sanders seconds. My only request that the variance be clarified before it's executed. Yes, sir. All those in favor? It's unanimous.
Just so people on council know, that the variance is not set precedent, so one time deal for the situation, in no way sets variance, precedent, it's the city.
Well stated. Item 15, discuss and consider the approval of the payment of the BOK Financial in the amount of $45,568.75 for the debt service payment on the 2016 Certificate of Obligation.
Yes, sir. This is the second payment we've made this year. We made the original one back in January. This is just the second one that we make annually, twice a year.
And on July, we just paid the interest. January, we paid the principal and the interest.
We have a motion to,
I'll make a motion that we approve the payment to BOK Financial in the amount of $45,568.75 for the debt service segment. Yeah, the 2016 Certificate of Obligation.
Councilman Sanders makes the motion for the payment on the debt certificate of obligation. Do we have a second? Councilman Warwick seconds. Those in favor? Unanimous. Item 16, discuss and consider the resolution approving a loan agreement among the Contemporary Arts Museum, Houston, and Zion Bank Corporation and Amergy Bank and related matters for a loan. Conduit, yes, sir.
This is we've done a couple of these since Marie and I got to the city. We received a payment. I think that this one is $12,500 after the conduit signed on their closing date for letting them use our tax exempt status.
And for people who have never seen one of these, or people in the audience, is we give this money when we loan our credit rating out to individuals, nonprofits who feel they are taking a loan out from a lending institution. So basically, this nonprofit is going to their bank, and their credit rating probably not AAA like our own. So we can actually, believe it or not, lower our credit rating out to somebody and they get more favorable terms on their loan. Sounds weird that you can almost rent your credit rating out, but perfectly legal. That's why they give us the $12,500.
And we're limited to 2 of these a year? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And y'all have any discussion on the funds that will be received? I think last time we earmarked those for Hubbard Park.
These are for Hubbard Park.
These are specifically for Hubbard Park.
No, Sue's on that. Sue's Hubbard deal. Well, Mayor, I make the motion that we approve the loan agreement among the Contemporary Arts Museum of Houston and Zion Bank Corporation and Amergy Bank and related matters for the loan. I'll make a motion to accept it.
And with the funds to be allocated towards Hubbard Park.
If they make a, when we make a budget resolution. Our next budget resolution.
Do we have a second? Councilman Reasoner seconds. Those in favor? Unanimous? Item 17, discuss and consider the implementation of zoning regulations for the city of Roman Forest and take possible action to establish policies and procedures for enacting, adopting, and enforcing zoning regulations. I believe at the last workshop, we were working on a map that would show what we were going to set as our basis for ordinances for multifamily and for commercial.
And you have a letter that was given to you this evening. It's not for tonight's meeting, just something for your information for as we move along from this Benfield that owns the property on Appian between the deli and the apartment complex next door.
Okay.
So that's what the letter is that I put in front of you before the meeting started.
And also, Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to suggest changes to that map, but to that map. But I think I'll wait till our next workshop. Basically, it would be to Galaxy, and basically, I like to make some of those commercial because here's why. Because they're going to widen Galaxy, and And if that commercial property zone, commercial property, TxDOT's more likely to take that than take the residential side of Galaxy and widen that road, backing up against the subdivision with neighbors right behind it. They're more likely to take the,
Residential.
the commercial property.
Okay.
Now, they may pay a little bit more, but they're usually they would take the commercial before they were bumping up against residential. And the reason why I know that, my mother-in-law stays based with Glenfield, they came through with 99 on her property. They don't, they rather disrupt fewer people than this.
They've already moved.
Yeah, plus he said they already made the move power line for that. Anyway, just something we think about next one.
Okay, so if there's no further discussions on zoning, we'll table that. I don't believe there's any executive session items needed this evening.
No, sir.
So with that, do we have any request for future agenda items, including Councilman Mullane, are you requesting a special meeting for zoning or a workshop?
I
for
thought
zoning?
people were going to come.
Yeah, we're supposed to have
We
one.
have one, another one scheduled? I didn't think we did.
No, sir.
Like, we've got a whole bunch of budget meetings coming up,
That's
and
budget stuff.
but I don't know that we have another zoning meeting scheduled.
No, sir.
Well, I think that's important. Yeah, so I would like to do one more. It'd be quick.
Okay. Preferences?
I have no, this whatever the administrator has.
Fire some dates. We got court on the 21st. We also have court on the 23rd. Everything else is wide open.
I will be out of town the week of the 20th to the 24th. I'm not sure if you'll need me for the
What
workshop,
about
but
the
just
week of the 13th?
13th open? Yes, sir. On that Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday?
Anyone have
13th?
a preference?
Tuesday, great.
Tuesday the 14th, 5:30?
That'd be great.
Any objections?
No.
Okay.
5:30, Mr. Davis?
5:30 on Tuesday?
Tuesday the 14th of
14th.
July.
Okay. And would you invite Ms. Benfield to that meeting if she'd like to?
Yes, sir.
They'll say 5:30?
5:30. And that'll be a workshop?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It'd be quick.
Can we have a draft of that map ready by then, from the one that we talked about in the last workshop?
That'd be great. Do you have any maps, like a paper map with black and white?
Mayor,
Back,
I'll be out of town July 15th.
Would you like us to change it?
Readjust.
That's-
Y'all can go forward with it if you want to.
You're out 14th.
Well, we can also do the week before, the week of the 6th.
I'm gone that week.
You're gone that week.
So, Ricky, will you be back the 14th?
No, I won't be back till the 16th.
Move it to the Thursday the 16th.
Will you be back on the 16th or back at the end of the day?
I'll be back. If you have it at 5:30, I'll be back by then.
Okay.
Will you move it to the 16th?
Okay. Now, Thursday the 16th, then, 5:30.
I'll move my events committee meeting.
No,
It's not on my map.
We just,
Well, this takes precedent.
I understand.
Okay.
Tell Chief to hurry and get his new office done, we can do it in there. Okay. All right. Nothing?
When are we gonna start the finance workshop?
I think it's, there was a list that went out. It's actually in your package. One second. It's in one of the agendas. It's on the regular city council meeting, May 18th, page 4 of 6. There's Monday, August 10th, Wednesday, August 12th, Thursday, August 13th, Monday, August 17th, and then the public hearing on September 8th. So, the second week of August is going to be really busy. Second and third week. Okay. Then if there are no other future agenda items, then just need a motion to adjourn.
Mayor, make a motion to adjourn for the evening.
Those in favor? The time is 7:21. Meeting is done.